everybody. Um, Left Farmer 73 here. I'm going to do a. I'm going to do a. This is going to be a fairly quick live, and the reason why is because, of course, we was on for 6.5 hours last night, and number two, um, I was just coming in to let everybody know. It's morning, and we slept the night away. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, so I'm just coming to let you guys know. Before I get out of bed, I already got up and peed. I said before I get up, let me let everybody know we made it. For that, and so I know everybody. I'm gonna go back out here, which I should have been up. I was up. I just wasn't up because it was freezing, and I just cut this heater on a minute ago. Maybe I figured out why the lack of oxygen wasn't a, it wasn't I keep wanting to call it methane. It wasn't carbon monoxide. It was just eating up all the oxygen in this little bitty tent too fast. So what I had to do was open the vents last night, and I thought it would be cold, but it wasn't. Actually, what it did was the heat is pushing out of one. It's coming from across here where I got it. There go the rooster. And oxygen, the air from outside is coming from this window and it's going out of that one. So it's really nice and toasty in here, and so it's fine. But for the most part, no no animals came last night. My biggest problem, I can tell y'all right now. I know I'm rattling off, but I got pros and cons of what I did in here. The cons are I should have brought either more pillows, maybe two more pillows. I got two. I should have brought two more, and I should have bought one of those little mats the kindergartners lay on, a little fold out mat, something like that. Not I didn't need no whole air bed, just some kind of cushion for my pushing. So let me see who's in here. Hey, Triple Threat, how you doing, sister? Who else we got in here? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all got me. I got crumbs in the eyeball sockets. Hey, the everyday life of OCD is chick. Triple Threat in here, Maryland. Motivation Garden, D Little Garden, Broke Farmer in this mug again. You would have thought you had enough yesterday. Tasha Mack, how you doing? Grace Gines. Oh, Super Farm, Amp 4 Barbecue, Danielle, Horror Ho, Earl Chriswell, Intel Girl, Danny Fool, Kelly Elston, Jella, Darling, Nene, IMSC, Pam, okay, Gardening with Eve, and Lady Divine, Natalie Holloway, Nene. Oh, it's a lot of people in here. Paul's Gaming, Danielle, got Danielle. There's a lot of people in here. So I want to say thank you for hanging out with me. See, I sound a little hoarse. I need to get up and get some water going. So what I'm going to do, my first mission, no matter whether it's in my yard, I'm out really camping, either in an RV, look at my cockeyed beard, either in a either in a camper or in a tent. My first thing I do is go outside and start a fire. I do that for several reasons. For one, for cooking. Two, protection. Three, the smoke keeps insects away. So, connection going in and out, I'm sure. I'm not going to be here but a minute. Hold on. I'm not on StreamYard now, so it's going to be, let me roll this backbone over. Oh my. Hold on a minute. I don't need the chopper right now. I think we made it to the point we don't need the chopper. I thought last night some animals were gonna be sniffing on the tent with this good food in here. I was gonna have to do like Arnold Schwarzenegger and get to the chopper, tear some heads off or something. Never happened. And now it's so warm in here. I'm gonna turn this on low. Okay. Like my mama say, get your boogie body up. Okay. I know YouTube gonna be tripping, so I'm not gonna be on here but a minute. It's actually this warm in here. So this is it. I'm gonna get up. I had to put my jacket back on because it did get that cold last night. I just bundled up. I didn't use the electric blankets. I didn't use the electric heater. Even though it got cold, it was manageable. Yes, coffee time. And the funny part is, forgot my coffee. The coffee is in the house. And I was thinking, I think I got some coffee in my book. No, I don't got coffee in my BUGOUT bag. I got coffee in my storage. Wanna know why? I'm going, hold on. How is it now? Let me see.
Are you ready to see why I drove all the way across the country to...
Okay, can y'all see me okay? All right, I just saw what happened. Nope. What's up, Turf? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me okay? Because I can't even see myself. Get my glasses on. You're good on YouTube. Okay. I thought I was locked up. Okay, so I'm gonna just hurry up and get this said and done and over with. I found out why my Wi-Fi is tripping. That's because I literally ran out of my solar power generator is empty. It's on 0. Closed out a bunch of apps and see if that'll help a little bit. So, all right, you guys. Let me see. So I'm back on. Okay, so I can see that. So I don't know what I did with my glasses. I'm not gonna be in here but a second. So all I wanted to let you guys know is I made it. So what I'm gonna do now? Look at this. They don't even know I'm in here. They walking all up on me. They don't even know I'm in here. So get myself together. That better not be rain. No. Okay. So get a fire lit. Get some food in my guts. Wash my jerky treat. And move on with my day. I got another video to release anyway. But I don't know, yo. I think I might hang out here another night. No visitors. Turf therapy was in the house. Everybody seen them. No visitors. I think my smell is just too strong for the wild beasts. My scent is just too wild for them. So no wild beasts sneaking up on me last night. The only the only problem I had last night was the only thing kept sneaking up on me was my own gas in this doggone sleeping bag up under this cover. Eating that survival goo that I ate last night. I ate that survival goo and that had my belly on rumble. I told you my tender guts. So other than that, I'm good. Now I am seeing I did not come out here with the water that I really wanted. It wasn't the beef for me. I think it was that little pack of noodle crumbs that I throwed in there. I was doing a lot, so yeah. That's you see, I didn't eat much of that. I was like, that's enough. That was enough for survival. So I know that video was long, and I know people ain't gonna watch no 6.5 hour video. But we had a ball last night. That's all I can say. A lot of people came through, man. A lot of people came, super chats rolling in. I woke up, I said, dang, so many people had subscribed. I was like, what happened? What did I do? I was like, okay, I take that. But I feel good. I felt good, and I'm glad y'all was with me. So yeah, it was lit. Oh, there you go, Rios. You right here with me. You was here. You was here for the long haul too. You didn't say good night until till it was time for me to say good night. I was losing my doggone noodles. I was here. I knew I was going crazy. When I cut the cameras on, what I realized, I didn't cut the cameras on before the video. So I didn't get any footage of anything that I kept hearing during the video. So I ran a check, and I'll put that on the video that I do. I ran a check on the perimeter Thank you, Homestead in the Hood. Oh, that's why I got so many subscribers. You shared me out. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, what did am I going viral again? Because I saw it was pretty hefty. Let me see. Say, let me get my coffee. I'm gonna have to do that. I know Lady Led ain't up. What time is it? 7 something. So I'm I'm gonna go out here and start a fire regardless. Was it too cold? It was cold. As far as too cold, that's to be determined. You gotta, when it's cold, you gotta start making arrangements. That's where them say you fell asleep with us. Bring in them covers. Shoot, one moment I was like, I think I'm gonna put my shoes on, or dig out my extra socks. What heater did you use? Mother Nature. I literally only used my cover. I just used all of this cover. I didn't even hook up no electric blankets. I didn't use no electric heater. None of that. I had this thick sleeping bag, and I just, like I told you, I don't zip it up. I just open it up like a burrito, taco, and slip in the side. And I used the 2 electric blankets for pillows. I put the pillows under my body like a mattress, and I just bundled up, put my hoodie back on, put that on, put my hat on and my gloves. And I was like, I don't need this buddy heater on. It's not, it's cold, but it wasn't so cold that I need to be using any of that stuff. Now my thing I'm thinking now, I'm trying to figure out what used so much energy in this EcoFlow. I know when I brought it in here, it was low. I think I was around like 70 something percent when I first brought it in. It wasn't fully charged at all. So that was a minus. But this lets you know how much solar power do you need? How much solar power are you going to be using? Now, I was running this electric heater last night during the video. I was running a nightlight electric heater, my Wi-Fi extender, this little USB fan. You said it was 75%. Okay, so it might be a little more than that when I came in. I know it was 70 something when I first cranked it up. So I was running this mug, and then it's something else I had on here. Oh, I had this electric heater on high. That's last night. I said it's making the fan kick on the generator. So, and that used, what was that? What did I say? 250 watts, something like that? No, that's not right. 400 watts, I think, something like that. I can't remember. Let me see. I'm gonna tell you how much I was using on high. Hold on. 250 watts on high I was using. And until I realized that's drinking a lot of my juice that I'm gonna need overnight, I cut it off. But that Wi-Fi extender, that I think that uses about 40 watts. But all of this stuff, y'all, I'm doing this so you will see you got to maintain and watch out using all of your resources. Like, for instance, my heater, even though I got a big tank out there, I don't know if I'm gonna be out here for longer periods of time. If you can bundle up to stay warm, do that before you start using your supplies. Say, Holly, this is my daughter's page. I'm her mom. Okay. I must have missed something. Well, hello, Mom. Led, you need a hot tent, wood stove. James Carroll, guess what? Got one on the way. Both of them. Both. Like, they should be here any day now. And I'm going to set it up just to show you, because when we go to camp in February, I think I'm going to take the hot tent. I'm going to take this new hot tent with the camp stove, and I'm going to take my Gazelle just in case. But yeah. Rachel Survival League. Hey, how you doing, Rachel? But you own it, man. You own it, James. Angela say, Angela's gardening, first time welcome. Oh, I missed something. What's a gazelle? I'm gonna have you Google that one, okay? Say, hey, he carried me through. Say, Led, do bobcats live in Myrtle Beach in February? I don't know, but if anybody's gonna find out, it's definitely gonna be y'all. If anybody's gonna find the bobcats in February, it'll definitely be y'all. So we gonna see. Does the does the does the stove come with the tent? No, I got them both separate. Happy Mac, do you remember the brand of the stove that's on the way? I no, I'll show you. I don't want to be talking about something that I don't even have, counting 2 eggs. I'm gonna let you know as soon as I get it. Grace Guy say, Liv, from I was surprised you didn't use your quiet gas generator backup. Let me tell you something. I thought about it. My Honda. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't use it. Because I didn't bring it. And I was dead set on only using what I brought out here. I told you, once I'm done, I'm done. And I stayed true to myself, because guess what? Watch this. Watch this. Stay with me. There's my house, about 50, 60 yards away. There's my house. My key is right here, right? I can go in the house. I can go get more water. I can go get more water. I can go cut on the water hose. Um, I can go in there and get some salt and pepper. I didn't season that food last night. Uh, guess what else I forgot? My solar panel. My solar panel is over there. I forgot it. So the thing was, what real situation as you're not at home. You're on some island somewhere. So you better use what you got right now. Look what I forgot my solar panels, I forgot the seasoning, I forgot this, I forgot that, I forgot everything. And look where I am. You this this was for you guys, but it's for me too. I could have easily faked. I could have faked and look, check this out. I I could have cut that camera off, went in the house, went to sleep in my bed, you know, sleep number. But no, I'm on the ground, and I know it got my booty cheek prints in this mud up under this tent. I could have went in the house. I didn't, because I'm like, listen, talking about how this work is one thing. Really doing it is another. I know what I'm doing, but still, I can't. I don't know. It was my integrity. That's the word I'm looking for. My integrity. I was like, nope, because I know it's a lot of people gonna get out there and be like, nope. Because when we even had the camp, when we had survival camp, there was one young lady that came, and after the first day, she was like, nah, you can give my site to somebody else. And she went home. No, nothing bad about it. I'm just saying, um, yo, I'm not that guy. I'm in it to win it. And because if it really go down, ain't no going home, ain't no going in the house and you forgot your XYZ. No. Stay out here and do it. So you right. I just wanted to make sure. Think about it. Uh, this camera, I could do whatever I want with this camera, make it sound or do whatever I want. I could make it seem like I stayed out here all night, but I went in the house, came back out, and woke up. Ugh. That ain't helping nobody. And as a matter of fact, what it do is make me out to be a liar. And I don't sit well with that. Said Valerie Harrison said, looking out Tiffany about a yoga mat. I'm still trying to set my solar system up. Yeah, I'm going to be going out and grabbing me one of those today. They got those mats that that you blow up with a little air. Number one, those are nice and all. They cost a fortune. And did you remember the first aid kit? That's in my bug out bag. I came out here real, but it's certain little luxuries that I didn't bring with me, like the solar panel and other stuff like that I wish I would have brought. Oh, yeah, the solar panels definitely. Because even though it's cloudy, I could be trying to do a little bit of charging. So I have the mats to go under the sleeping bag. Okay. Now see, like I said, they just cost so dang on much. You know what was nice was these two pillows. I put these two pillows. I didn't sleep on my pillows. I mean, I didn't lay my head on my pillows. I made a little mattress out of them. I slept on the pillows. I'm just a little taller now. I need about one or two more. And I rolled my electric blankets up. Let me show you. I rolled my electric blankets up and made them my pillows. So I was okay. In the beginning of the night, oh, I do got one thing to tell y'all I did. Get this. I caught myself, I guess you can say, drooling or something. I woke myself up. I think I snored or something. I guess the way I was sleeping, I snored and had some drool coming down. Scared myself. I just woke up punching the tent. I thought something had got a hold of me. I woke up punching the tent right here because I guess that had to come from me or my stomach. Cause it was like, "Murr." It had to be that beefaroni strony stuff I made last night. And I heard that, "Murr." Yeah, it was my guts. It wasn't me snoring because I don't snore. I woke up, I'm yelling, hey, 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 hey. I got the steel in my hand. I'm looking around, you know? All after that, I was up, start scrolling again on YouTube again. Like, man, I'm driving myself nuts. So, hey, miscellaneous Michelle, how you doing, sister? So yeah, y'all, this is real, and I'm telling you, you won't know until you go and try it. Let me find my glasses, so I ain't gotta keep on pulling the mic close to me like James Brown. I don't know what I did with them. They fell off somewhere. That's the other thing, keeping track of all your gear. So I'm glad that there's a second night so you can change and gather a few things. I am too. But this is the thing, y'all. If I did stay out here another night, I wouldn't go in the house and get anything. Yeah, them noodles got my guts churning. Like these guts, boy. Whew. So I guess we gotta start a fire. And I'm gonna leave this one up. But we gonna go out here and start a fire. We've been in 30 minutes. I'm gonna clock out at an hour, no matter what, y'all. Okay. But I'm gonna get my body up from here and get going, cause I don't know whether I'm gonna do another night. It's, cause really, remember, I need my coffee. I got some tea and forgot my coffee. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make do with what I got. What am I eating for breakfast? I think I ate everything I needed to eat up under these blankets. Passing gas. I fed myself vigorously. That's the last thing on my mind, to be honest with you. I got a belly full of flagellants. I'm full. I cranked a couple out during the live last night too. I was like, yeah, they heard that one. They definitely heard that one, because I ain't even gonna try to cover that up. They see me bouncing around, moving around in this little hut, moving my body around like that. I'm twisting around like I'm playing Twister while listening to Twister. Let me see. Curious, how basic survival are you striving for? I keep hearing purchasing additional equipment for resources. It's not, this ain't basic survival. It's just, let me get something straight. This ain't a contest. That's the problem we're having. It's not a freaking contest at all. And it's not, I want people to be able to have equipment and have backup. And I also want you to know the basic skills of survival. If you don't know basic skills of survival, you better stock up as much stuff and equipment as you possibly can. If you do know how to start a fire with 2 sticks or all the other ways I showed you how to start a fire, you golden. If you know how to get water and purify it, you're golden. It's not that I'm trying to strive for a basic survival skill. I'm showing people that the skills that you should have, and skills that if you got the money and you got the time, this equipment makes things a lot easier. So it's not, I'm not Bear Grylls. I'm not out here trying to prove, you know, I need to eat reindeer droppings for sustenance and stuff like that. I'm not. That's not what we going for. I'm just trying to make sure everybody can get themselves together, and I'm giving everybody an idea and how to use all the equipment and how to survive with even not using the equipment at all. So it's not, I understand your question, but that's not what my goal is at all. I'm not trying to prove how well I can survive in the open with nothing but some tuna fish and a pack of matches. Yeah, he carried me through. You know good and well. People know I'm human. How did you keep your fuel dry to start your fire? I'm going to show my granddaughter how to start a fire. Now, I'm not starting it in any skillful way that I've shown me before, like starting fire with water, starting fire with ashes, starting fire with a magnifying glass. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm gonna show you what I do right here. I think it's in here. Yeah. This is what I do. This is what we take to camp. And he carried me through, probably seen it when they came to my camp. This is what those little shreds were. Look. You see what that is? I'm trying not to make no mess in my tent. That's from my paper shredder, me shredding up old mail and bills and stuff like that. Me and my wife saved that, and I started the fire with some of it. I put most of this in my chicken coop and put it in their laying bucket, so they got new stuff to lay on, instead of going to get straw and paying money for straw to put in there. Or you know, it's wintertime, so grass is hard to get. You use your shredded paper, put it inside your nesting boxes so that the eggs can be clean and the chickens got somewhere to sit, and you use the rest, start your fires. These was the shavings at my campsite, and I know people was like, what the hell is this? Did they have a party and throw confetti everywhere? This is what I got that for. So that's my fire starter. And here's the other thing. You keep your wood warm. If you watched the video in the beginning of the video yesterday, I keep my wood either in a 5-gallon bucket. Bro Farmer said it worked for gardens too, because I literally use those paper clippings too for mulch and bedding around my potted plants. So just to let you know, and I still can't find my glasses. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. There we go. These old busted rascals. Okay. Now I can see. There we go. All right, let me get myself up and get going. I'm gonna get this fire started. And here's another thing. What's the plan when you don't have resources? I have skills. I don't know if you've been watching me for a long time or not. I have survival skills. I'm talking about like MacGyverish skills. I don't need all this stuff. I'm doing this for people that ask me crazy questions. They don't have a clue what they're doing. They don't have a clue. They never had to survive. They never had to do any of this. So that's why I show them supplies and equipment. I don't need it. My wife can tell you that. There's some things you do not need. You need things that's going to keep you going. A good axe, a good knife, a good piece of flint, wood, shelter. You can make a shelter. All of the stuff you can make. And in the world we live in, we got so much pollution that you can make a shelter out of the crap we just throw away. You really don't need all this equipment. But most people don't. Do you know how to find food in the wild? Yes, I do. I was gonna be a smart ass with that, but I'm not. No. Yes, I do. And please go back and watch my videos and I'll show you. I got plenty of videos. Do you hear that? Listen. Here's a bird right here. The bird can't see me in this tent because of this screen mesh. Right? All it take to eat some breakfast, a couple of these birds, is, did you bring my portable refrigerator? No, I didn't. It's just not enough room. If I would have left that buddy heater flex, I would have been able to use it. Yeah, he carried me through, you know. I got skills. I'm talking about, I'm using all this equipment to test it all out so you will have a better idea and judgment of what you want to spend your money on. No, Janice, I'm not. Let's not do the whole that thing. I'm telling you, you know something? I just woke up, so I know I'm kind of a little cranky. But is the buddy heater safe to use indoors? I'm alive right now. Look, I'm alive. Do me a favor. Go and look up and see how many people were killed by one of these buddy heaters. It'll blow your mind to see the results of that question. And I'm not talking about they had it too close to the curtains and stuff like that. I'm talking about from carbon monoxide poisoning. Look up and Google how many people been killed by a buddy heater for carbon monoxide poisoning. Right. Let me see. Just a question I have when my wife is scared of the exhaust. Nope. I listen, and I'm sleeping literally with the enemy at my head. I'm gonna do this just for giggles. Look, this is where I'm sleeping when I had it on. You need to get some ventilation, open you a window, and my heat is right here. It's not across the room 40, 50 feet. It's right here. So I'm still alive, and all of the YouTubers that you watch every video, they're alive too. Because no, it has automatic shut off when it suck up all the oxygen. But thank you for that. So I'm doing the best I can do to actually show this equipment. Like for instance, like, do you have the skills to survive question? Yes, I do. But it's some people that don't or don't even care to. This is stuff, that question is important because if you want to buy a buddy heater to stay warm instead of doing other stuff, knowing how to use a solar generator and electric heater and stuff like that, you want to know this stuff, right? You want to know it. Guess what? You have firsthand, thank you, Angela. Thank you for that. You want to know firsthand. Now look, I'm somebody you know. I'm not just a random YouTuber that you just scrolling through and see. Y'all come and hang out with me every day and you see me using this. I did this. I did it before, but this time I did it for that whole 6 hours. I really wanted that camera to run all night. But I did this so you guys can really see this stuff in action. How many tanks do you have? I only have one 1-gallon tank. Not those little green ones. I just did a video. Go back and look at the heater video that I just did. 1 tank. See, Natalie Holloway says, I don't have the skills, so I appreciate the products and tips. That's okay, but I'm going to tell you something, Natalie. A few of them skills you really do need. You really should pay attention to them fire videos, making fire, finding water, and compass. Those, learning, I didn't know people just didn't know how to use a compass. I really, truly didn't. But we're going to work on that. Because people need to know how to use that compass. Has anyone tried a close distance with a campfire next to their tent for fire or heat? Don't do that. You don't do that. You will wake up in heaven meeting Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Don't put your tent right next to your fire. Can you make fire with wood and purify water? I have videos doing all of that, my friend. Go to my bug out survival playlist. You're gonna see me do all of that. All of that. Yes. Yeah, don't put your tent that close to your campfire. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show you right now. Yeah, you're gonna be asking Jesus, God, like, yo, hey, where my tent at? What happened? Yeah, get in line. Get in line with the rest of the campers that thought they could put that fire close to their tent. That's the line for that right there. I'm telling you. Like, you gonna see Jesus like, you look familiar. We might be related. He gonna say, I think we are. Yeah. You got a very familiar face. Anyway, okay, in this line right here, that's how you gonna be. Yes, my sister. Right over there. That's the campfire too close to the tent line. Don't do that. I'm about to show you how close I put my fire. Keep my fire at least 12 feet away. Y'all keep me posted on if my Wi-Fi start cutting out or something. And here's another tip. Get a tent that you can stand up in. Don't get no tent that you cannot stand up in. That will not last long. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my urine, not mine, urine. I'm gonna use my urine to spray around the perimeter and keep the animals away. I didn't have any animal sightings last night, not even one. So let's come out here and get this day started. Let me get my lighters. That'll help if they ain't wet. Hello, world. It's morning, and we slept the night away. It happened. That's my campfire way over there. Ooh, look at all this water. All this mud. Ooh. So I'm gonna show you how far away. That's my campfire. This how far away I am from that. I don't stay up on that. You don't use that for heat. That's why you gotta bring your own heating source. Get your heating sources together. Ooh, it feel good to stretch. Okay. Okay, y'all. So, fresh air. So what I'm gonna do now is, let's see. I don't know if my Wi-Fi cutting out or not. Try to put this on some kind of little angle. There we go. That tent sleeps 4. Yes, but you won't be able to put your equipment inside. So if you just going in there and sleep, and then you have another tent set up for your equipment, you might as well just go ahead and get an 8-man tent. A 4-man tent sleeps 2 normal sized people. Now, in an emergency, of course it'll sleep 4 people, but your equipment, where's your equipment gonna go? How did the rain fly hold up? Our tent still leaked. The only moisture I got inside was my condensation. So my rain fly was fine. I told y'all, you gotta spray your tent with silicone. I showed y'all that earlier this year. Spray your rain fly with silicone, and the bottom pieces, exposing pieces of your tent, spray that with silicone spray too. That way you won't have a leak problem. Please repeat the animal urine used. You calling me an animal? No, my own urine. Me, not urine, not mine, urine. What type of animal urine do you use around your perimeter? My own. It's free, and it's plenty. It's plentiful. Urine. So I would show you that, but that might be doing a little too much. So I'm gonna show y'all, I keep my wood I keep my wood here. Keep your wood under a bucket so it'll stay dry. See that? Good dry wood. Let's see. So the first thing we're gonna do is get this thing started. Where's my chimney? Start this right. These are worth a fortune. You see, I keep redoing mine over and over again. I had the bottom rusted out, so I had to just put some wires through it just to get it going. Don't throw them away, they still good. No need to keep buying them just so they can rust out. Ooh. So over here, you see I got some charcoal. Look at that. I'm trying not to spill none of this water. Wait a minute, let's do this first. Let's do this. Normally I would use some fat wood or some kindling, something, but we got charcoal here. Here's my shavings. Shavings for your savings. Savings. This will help you get that fire started a lot faster. You could be using kindling. You can use whatever you want. But if you got some charcoal or some charcoal from the fire from the night before, some campfire charcoal, it works great. You're so welcome. So all I do with this, just grab a handful of this. Jam pack that under there. Leave enough space for oxygen to get to it. Just like that. I hope y'all can see that okay. Let me see. There we go. Light it up. I don't like spraying fuel and lighter fluid, charcoal fluid. That stuff smells horrible. I haven't used that mess in years. I do keep a bottle of it for an emergency, but I don't like to use no lighter fluid on my food or campfires or nothing. So that's that. Ooh, that thing bellowing, ain't it? That's a fire. So what that's gonna do, the fire inside the chimney lights the charcoal. I know it's gonna start that charcoal and it's gonna get that started up. And what we're gonna do is use the charcoal as a starter for the wood. Because it's so wet out here, you don't wanna keep messing around and wasting this stuff. You use it when you have to. Imagine if your life depended on this. You keep feeding that until you see these red hot on the top, and then you in the money. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna even take a piece of the wood from last night. I'm gonna set that there because that's just gonna help get that started too. See that piece there? Cause see that's fairly charred over. So I'm gonna keep that rolling. You can use anything. You could even just have wood in here doing it. Just take longer to catch on. You could use pine needles, pine cones, the oil in the pine cones and the pine needles. Um, Very flammable. I have a cypress tree behind us that is very, very, very flammable. The needles fall off. The needles fall off just like on a pine tree, right? But a cypress tree, they actually shed all of their pine needles off. And those are super flammable, but they are wet. So once I get my fire going, once I get my fire really rolling, I'm gonna collect more of this because I did it yesterday. I'll show you. I'm gonna collect more of it and get it in that fire because I want this fire blazing hot. So, because I want to put a lot of wood in it, get that fire really hot, because you want that going all day. If this is an emergency, you want to keep your fire blazing at all costs, all day, no matter what. So that's the important part. Let me see. Grab another piece of this wood. Let me see something. I'm gonna take a question or two in a second. Yeah, some of it got wet a little bit, but that's so thin it'll dry out. Oh yeah, here go a good piece. I gotta break this down some more. Okay, this is a good piece that was on the grill last night. Led, do you get deer in your area? Yep, I got videos on that. They come here every day. Every day. I don't want to mess with this, it's wet. My fire seems like it's going. My fire seems to be, yeah, look. Coals. So now what I'm gonna do is use those coals, get red hot, because I don't care about the coals. Let the coals get red, red, red hot. And then that's gonna help me light this charred wood that I was using last night on the campfire. Matter of fact, I'm gonna split this down one more time because I want this thin as possible so it'll catch on a little easier. So, don't go nowhere without your axe. It does not have to cost a fortune. That's the misconception. All it needs to be is usable. And you don't have to do no Davy Crockett crap trying to split your wood. You will end up splitting your damn leg in half, if anything. I'm showing you how to use less energy and be more efficient. See this? Watch this. You don't got to do all that crazy crap. All that lumberjacking. You can do it, but it's going to get you hurt. See that? You don't got to do all that TV crap. So I'm going to let this sit here for a moment and get ready to rumble. There we go. Only time you need to be spending that kind of energy if you got plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of supplies. No need to waste your energy doing all that hacking and chopping. So now that hot charcoal is starting to light my already half on fire fast because I know it's dry. and that char catches on just like that charcoal really fast. If I just started out with one of those that has not been burned at all yet, it's going to take longer for those to catch on and burn through those fibers because this is hardwood. This already charred wood starts this fast. So don't throw out your campfire. Let me see. So it's best to have 2 axes. You don't necessarily have to have 2 axes, but it's good to have an axe and a hammer. You don't, as long as you got one good axe, and you can actually, let me show you something. Let me show you something. My brothers and sisters, let me show you. You don't need 2 axes. I'm gonna just do it like this. Let me bend you down. You don't need 2. You can have just 1. Here's the wood. Here's another piece of wood I need to split. Say you got 1 axe, right? Log. Oh, I'm sinking in the mud. Oh, I'm going in the mud. Hold on, I need a solid base. Oh, here we go, here we go. Just use another piece of wood. See if y'all can see that. There we go. You take another club piece of wood that you've already cut and just do the same thing. I don't got my, let me get my gloves on. Okay. Any questions so far? This takes a little longer because the wood is soft, but this is another way to do it. Remember, this is hardwood too. See if this will work. I need a solid base, and I'm not gonna go over here to these concrete blocks. We ain't gonna go that far. But just to show you, you don't need it. It's a little harder work depending on the wood you're using. Okay, here we go. We got our wood lit up nice and hot. Coals nice and hot. Ready to roll. So carefully, number one, let me protect my starter fuel. See that? Drop the piece on the ground. Can you? Oh, y'all can't see none of that, can you? Drop the piece on the ground. I'm trying to get it before it either start a fire or go out. Both is bad. This is some of that cypress needles. Once it dry out, it go up like gasoline. Look at that. It don't even take long for it to catch on. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on adding this wood in here. Get my fire started. On the fire starter. This is how I like to do it. What y'all call it now, the pound sign. Remember that, because kids these days will remember that. Not the pound sign. What is that? Hashtag. I'm sorry. Kids these days will remember hashtag. Take 2 more. Set them that way. Just like that. 2 more. 2 more. Same thing. While the fire coming up the center of that and all around the edges is able to get oxygen and at the same time dry out some of that moisture on the wood and get it started and lit up. So there we go. We got our morning. Any questions at all? Now, to get hood with it, how you doing, Linda? Yeah, hashtag. I couldn't think of that. What type of spray silicone for a tent? Any kind. There is no name brand. People keep on looking at the can that I use. I pick it up wherever. You can spray it on your boots, your shoes, the kind you spray on your shoes, your boots. It's for tents. It's for your spraying your furniture. It's just plain old silicone spray. It ain't no particular name brand or nothing that I use. And it keeps rain off of everything. It's like almost like a Scotch guard, you know. What is your temperature this morning? I don't know. It feel like it got to be about 48, 50 or something like that. One or the other. Is that a rocket stove I made? I didn't make this. I didn't make that. That's a normal barbecue charcoal lighter, but it's rusted out, so I had to redoctor it up. Why is it important to keep fire going at all time? Because you need fire to eat. You need fire to boil water. If this is an emergency, okay? You need fire to keep away predators, animals, dangerous animals. That fire is going to keep away. Well, it's going to deter bears. It's going to deter wolves, coyotes, and everything else. Bobcats, that fire, they want to stay away from that. Number 2, you want a fire going to boil so you can boil your water. It ain't so you can end up drinking. You can't just go dip no water out of here and go to drinking it. I'm telling you, your eyes go cock like a 12-gauge shotgun. You drink some of this water with all this duck poop, geese poop, beaver poop, and all that stuff in it, you'll be talking to yourself in no time and answering yourself too. You need that fire for heat because you can't stay in your shelter all day. For the most part, you don't want to use none of your resources inside of your tent. You want to use as many resources out of your area as you possibly can. What's one of the best resources is wood. So you use all the wood and all the scraps and sticks and twigs around you. Keep that fire going. So you got protection. You got a way to cook your food. You got a way to boil and sanitize your water. If that fire goes out, you don't know what the weather conditions will be later. Will it be super windy and blow your fire out? You got a problem. Will it be raining, just pour down raining and put your fire out? You got a problem. If you got a roaring fire all day, let me see. Do you put it in the fly sheet part 2? Oh, I missed something. Long as you got your fire, this is life right here to mankind. Your fire is life. Okay? This is some caveman stuff, but it ain't nothing changed to this day. We just got different ways to do it now. Now, all you gotta do is something this goofy and fire. How do you keep your fire going with no lighter fluid? You keep adding more fuel. Last night in my video, everybody kept seeing me leave my tent good every 30 minutes to every 45 minutes or so to throw another log on the fire. Throw another log on that fire constantly. This, you need to keep running logs and fuel on the fire. That's how you keep it. There is no magical way to keep your fire. And it's certain woods that hold an amber longer. Some hardwoods, they burn longer. They burn longer and hold an amber. So sometimes you can come out the next morning and, like, say for instance, if it wasn't raining and so moist out here, those two logs would still have ambers, and all I would have had to do, put a little paper on it, threw a couple more logs on it, and I could have just started this fire right back up. So that's called stoking it. Stoke it a little bit, get it ramped back up, and we would have been good. But you know, it's soaked out here. But this, you want to keep going at all times. Everybody always say, I got the video of me setting this camp up, right? And I promise you, before I put this tent up, everybody said, no, you start your shelter first. No, the hell you don't. Not me. I got that fire going. Because you can have that shelter and you're going to starve to death. You can have that shelter and you ain't got no clean water to drink. With a shelter, all you need to do is throw this thing over top of you and you're going to be okay for a night or so. You'll be all right. It ain't got to get all set up and beat up now. If you got to go out there and literally build you a shelter, now you got some stuff you got to think about. But you start that fire first. While your fire is burning and running, then you come and start your shelter. So what you're going to see me do in that video that I'm going to release today is you're going to see me get this fire started. While it's burning like that and getting rolling good, set up my tent and get my gear in. That's how I do it. I got to get my fire rolling first. Because if you got your tent up and it's about to start raining, you ain't got no food, you ain't got no clean water. This right here, let me show you. Let me show you some hood tech ways, okay? Watch this. All right. Simple. First thing, I'm not even gonna use no percolator. I ain't got my coffee. First thing first, watch this. Oh, I got a better one for you. See if y'all can see this okay. All right, our fire is going real good. So, I'm just gonna scoot that over a little bit. Because we got our fire going so good, I think we can afford to throw this boy on here. No, maybe not. That need to be broke down. So hold on. I got a gangster lean over here. You see that? Now I'm gonna get this water boiled up and get us some tea brewing. Let me get my tea. There we go. Throw a couple tea bags in here. So that's it. Let me feel this. It's still wet. No, we good. So now, what I'm doing is I got a fire going. I got a fire going for safety, for warmth, because it's really warm right here. Boiling my water, cook my food. You could put a carbon monoxide detector in there if you want to, yeah. So right now I'm getting some tea going. Let me back up. That flame is roaring. And I don't want it to burn my handle is what I'm trying not to do. My water is boiling, but I don't want it to burn my wooden handle. I have to replace it. So any questions? Oh, we've been on here for over an hour? Good Lord. Hey, Crafty Mom. Yeah, I made it. See, I went camping and bought wood, could not chop wood. It was wet and had a hard time starting the fire. Fire was too. How long to boil water? I'm gonna have you Google that, okay? Now, let's get something straight. My water is safe to drink. The water that you just seen come out of that laundry detergent jug, that's good water. So it ain't like I don't need to purify that. I'm literally just boiling water. Just to give you an example of, if you dipped it out of there, the first thing you're gonna do, you wanna filter it and then you're gonna boil it. But all I'm doing is getting my tea together. Can you make navy bean soup outside? I don't even know what that is. Can you make navy bean soup outside? Here's my question to you. What would be the difference between cooking inside and outside? That's the real question. Rice, snow, still turning black. What does that mean, Cola T? Like this, my thing is, what do people think? I must got some youngsters in the house today. What do you think we did before we had all these microwave ovens and air fryers and stuff? This is what, listen, it wasn't too long ago. Thank you, Lisa Nelson. See, I like how you are repurposing the grill, fire stove grilling, and then I'm gonna just use it as a grill. Thank you. So it wasn't long ago that we cooked with fire. There were no gas lines everywhere. When I say it wasn't long ago, it was like in almost in my lifetime, my mother's lifetime, where you had to literally grab them logs, put them in the wood burning stove. Literally, there were wood burning stoves where you did exactly what I'm showing you right now in the house. That smokestack went to the top of the house or out the side of the house. You went in there, you put your logs in there, you got your fire started. That thing kept the house warm and you cooked on it. There were no gas lines to do that and electrical contraptions to do that. That was just in the 40s and the 50s. Look, it's only what 2022. So that was like 70 years ago. That wasn't even long ago. We need to this is the part I keep telling you even though we are I love technology. I do. But that is technology is no excuse to get rid of um your past and your history and to know how we did things. That's now technology becomes ignorance and ignorance becomes a slow death. Just saying. We need to know how our ancestors cooked. We ain't even got to go on ancestors. Our grandparents. Yeah, that potbelly stove. I got one in front of my garage right now because I was cleaning it out because I was going to put it in my shed. I'm telling you, we cannot forget how we really do things because I'm gonna talk on something real quick while I got my tea going. I don't want to get too hot. Okay, I'm gonna speak on something right now that I saw just recently. Let me get my cups first. You can heat your stuff up with this too. But let me tell you something that I just saw recently, and it just made me sick to my stomach. I just saw. Please don't say this man's name. Don't name out no names. You don't get no points for that. Just trust me on this. Um, that man is working on putting chips in our brains. And the only problem, listen, this ain't no conspiracy, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's reported. He said it. They're talking about it. It's realistic. That goofball is talking about putting chips in our brain to help the handicapped be able to walk and feel and do things that they can't do because this chip is going to control your body parts. This thing is in production. So he got a lab where he's killing monkeys trying to run tests. This is all real. Go check it out. It's not conspiracy. I don't do that. He's killing monkeys because they're the closest things to us. He's killing monkeys, implanting this chip in their heads, right? Because he want to put it in ours. This how smart this dude is. We keep buying his electric cars, and this is what he's doing with the money. Now let's see how. Don't you have trouble with your cell phone every day? Didn't y'all just see my cell phone buffering? Until you can make it so my cell phone stop buffering, I'm not putting ish in my body. Now we done pushed things too far. Like I told you, technology, I love technology until it goes to the point of pure uncut ignorance. And when you get to the point of uncut ignorance, you have a slow seeping death spiral coming. And that's where we are. I heard people, like young people say, I can't wait till I have my chip. I'm gonna have my chip and da 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 da. I'm like, oh my God, are y'all crazy? I mean it. He is doing it right now. Now, here's the problem I have with this dude trying to put chips in it. Uh, the only thing, this is why I be like, I stay away from the PETA people. The people worried about them animals, I don't mess with them. But my problem with the PETA people is this. You're mad because he's harming the monkeys? That's that's the only reason y'all in front of his factory? Y'all not worried about if he's trying to figure out how to put a chip in all of us. Y'all not worried about him doing any of this. It's that he's harming chimps. That's where I have a problem. Like, listen, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the harm of the chimps either. But this situation is bigger than animal cruelty. It's not just animal cruelty to me. This is a mess. This is uh, a humanitarian blunder. I don't know why nobody's stopping him from doing this crazy crap. Now, you know, I'm gonna stop and I'm not gonna get on that, but I'm just gonna say to the people, the PETA people, look, y'all got bigger fish to fry. I understand what you're trying to do, but y'all need to be trying to stop him from doing any of this. If that's what you're gonna stand in front of his factory about, that's it. Ain't nobody putting no damn chip in their body. That's insane. So again, that all came from me saying we cannot let technology take over to the point we're so ignorant that we think everything that unrolls out and on the market and on Amazon is the what did Will Smith say, the new hotness. And the next thing you know, this is what all we should all be chipping ourselves. Man, nope. You can't even stop my damn phone from buffering. You can't stop my phone from buffering. You can't stop my lights from flickering out. No, hell no. Hell no. Do something, do something more creative. Make fuel prices go down. Do something more damn inventive. Don't nobody need to be looking at no video game all damn day anyway, let alone staring at it in your brain. Can you imagine people just staring up at the sky like this, but inside they in a whole nother world or playing a video game, like, drooling and pissing and crapping their pants? Get the hell out of here. You know, I really thought that guy was all right at first. I thought he had some. I thought when he first started coming around and being, popular, I was like, this dude about to change the world. I didn't know he was the MF and devil. He gonna change the world all right. But look how he going about it. Here you go. That thing hot, y'all. I'm gonna let him cool off. Set that boy on a rock. Now while we waiting and let him cool off, that smoke got in my eyeballs. Let that cool off a bit. I'm gonna add another log on here. Let's get out of the line of fire. Literally, that's hilarious. Line of fire. Okay. Any questions before we do? Yeah, he's trying to play God. But in history, every person that ends up trying to play God, they meet the other dude real quick. So it's like the ego of some people, man. So if y'all don't believe anything I'm saying, please, you can go look it up anywhere. Yeah, you ain't got to go to one of these creepy backwoods sites where they just like to gossip and conspiracy theory. No, this dude is really screwing up. He's all over the place with this bull crap. How you doing, Harris Harvest? Any questions? Say you see what happened to right Octavius and Spider-Man, right? Okay. Oh, but we can have all the machines do the work while we play games and sit. I missed something. What's for breakfast? Right now, that I'm just gonna drink this tea. Hold on, let me get this bum. Thank you, Happy Mac. What kind of tent are you camping out in? Um, this is just a something else. This ain't no big deal. Who is Pastor Dow? I'm gonna have you Google that. You're welcome. So I learned a lot from your channel, and I've been implementing everything that I've learned. Thank you for that. Thank you. Rhonda says, I appreciate what you're doing, but I don't believe it will help. We're all in a lot of trouble. This has been planned a long time. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Rhonda, all due respect, I'm gonna say this, and I know when people say, when they say all due respect first, it's about to be wicked. It's not. I don't like that mindset at all. If you think that you don't need to help yourself, what are you doing? Just waiting around to die? Waiting around for apocalypse? I'm not doing that. I'm just, maybe it's just me, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never been the kind of wait. I have never been that kind of person, and I don't think nobody else should be either. This world is so cruel and wicked and evil. If you sit around waiting around for the world to stop spinning, you will find yourself that you made gonna stop spinning. And all you did was sit around twiddling your thumbs or sitting on your hands waiting for the world to fall. You literally made your own personal hell. So I wouldn't do that. I like that's right. Either get busy living or get busy dying. Shawshank Redemption, exactly. Do your neighbors align with your thoughts? I could give a shit what they think. I don't ask them what they think of me, and they don't ask me what I think of them. See, our problem these days is we're so worried about what everybody else think of how we live. I could give a crap. I didn't move here for them. I don't even talk to them. I don't talk to them because I don't want to have a discussion on what I feel is right about for me and my people. And it's not a discussion. Thank you, Motivation Guard. Say thank you for life lesson, Mr. Led. I did not know the amount of charcoal chimney starter. You must save me a lot of money. Yes, trust me, all that doggone fluid and chemicals. When you do something, when we make choices, we all these days we make choices worrying about what our neighbors is going to think of us, what our family is going to think of us. You even marry people thinking about what everybody else is going to say. You buy cars and make purchases on what everybody else is going to say to you. We got to come out of that mindset and stop worrying about what the hell everybody else think about us, and stop worrying about what everybody else is going to say, whether they approve or disapprove. You probably lost the love of your life because you too worried about your mom and your dad and your cousin stuff don't like the man you looking for. That's our problem. You got to live for you. I moved in this house with the intention of necessarily not talking to anyone. Because I know I don't drive no BMW. I don't drive no Mercedes. I don't drive no Lexus. I don't drive no high-end car that all these people drive. I drive a Jeep Wrangler. And I got an old RV in the driveway. That's totally outside of everything these other folks believe in around here. I don't give a damn what they think about me. They don't come in here. Now, if they came in here, help me pay this mortgage, I take some suggestions. I'll listen to reason. If you like, here's your doggone mortgage for the next 3 months now. This grass is getting a little outrageous. I'll be like, damn, really? Didn't know. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get right on that. But until then, I'll let my grass grow up tall enough to hunt lions in this motherfucker if I feel like it. And can't nobody tell me nothing. Ooh, that smoke got me. I'll let this grass grow up. You could hear the jungle boogie going off up in this mug. Ooh, that's still hot. I ain't got no sugar or nothing. I'm going hard with the I'm going hard with the tea. I need it in my body anyway. So we've been on here hour and a half. I'm gonna let y'all go. I already did y'all for 6 hours. But this is it. To eat, what I probably do, I'm gonna go in the chicken coop. I'm gonna get me a couple of them eggs, and I'm gonna bring my pan out here. I'm gonna scramble me up some eggs and eat it and reheat that slop, and I eat that. So this is how it is, y'all. If you have any questions about any of this madness y'all seen in the last 24 hours, let me know. But this is it. If you have any questions, please go put them on the comment section on the video before this. I'm gonna link this video on that video, and I'm gonna leave it only, and I'm gonna put these two videos together and not link no other one, so you will know exactly exactly which videos to follow up. This is part 2. So anyway, we can't let technology rule us, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with technology. It's fun. It's convenient at times. You can't let it rule our lives, though. We still got to remember how to do this. It's gardening time. Say, oh my goodness, Led, you really spent the whole night out there? I do this all the time. And I think everybody else should too. And you know something else? Let me tell you something else before I go. I think if everybody came out here, if you don't want to do it for no other reason, you know what you need to do it for? For empathy. For empathy. So you can understand what a homeless person go through. Of course, you will never get and do it that deep in the game, but you will understand and have a little bit more empathy on some of these homeless people. Everybody that's homeless ain't out here because they dope heads. Look at this system we got set up in place for our people. Some of these people are homeless because they can't afford the high prices of rent. They keep going up. The pay on jobs keep going down, but the rent keep going up. Some of these people, single mothers, single fathers with their kids, and then what are they supposed to do? I got my wife. I can't even, I applaud all the single mothers. Like my man said last night, I applaud you. All my single parents out there doing it by yourself, knowing good and well. You got to go to, you know, when the mess hit and they had us on lockdown, the part about that is they didn't take into to thought that, man, it's people out here cannot miss a paycheck. And then it was like, it's one thing to lock us down and keep us home. Well, you better keep paying us then. That was the problem I had. I had no problem with the shutdown and lockdown, but you better make sure people bills get paid or defer their payments or something. So all of those people that couldn't get their bills deferred, those people are homeless now, literally right this very moment, from that mess that happened 2 years ago to this day. And they're sleeping in this. I watched a report on this one lady, and she said that hers stemmed from the pandemic. She had two little kids, and she's sleeping in something like this under a bridge in California somewhere. She said this ain't what she used to. It's a lot of drug addicts down that place because there's a bunch of tents, bunch of drug addicts, bunch of creeps and monsters. She said this we're not here because we're one of those. We're here because of this system failed us. If you stay in this tent for just one night, not all day, one night from sundown to sunup, when you pass one of those people, I'm telling you, if your heart don't bleed for them and you don't do something to try to help or reach out a helping hand, then your heart must be made of stone. Now, listen, I'm from the hood. I can spot a dope head. I know all the traits, you understand? And you know people that's really hard up. And I'm telling you, you will have a lot more understanding of what people go through when they have nothing. That's why I do this. It ain't just me trying to prove that I know what the hell I'm doing. I was hoping everybody else would come in and do it with me so they can understand this ain't no fucking joke. Sleeping on the ground in the rain and while water is dripping around you and you trying to stay warm because the temperature is dropping, it's about 42 degrees, you got blankets, your feet is cold. Now I'm by myself. Imagine people that got about 2 or 3 kids with them. Or they do have a spouse or a significant other with them and some kids. If your heart don't bleed out for that, you you might need to check your humanity. Because living in this thing for just one night ain't no punk. Because the only thing separating you and somebody want to slit your damn throat is this damn polyester. Let's imagine that. We can see a structure. We see a structure. But if I take my knife out, think about this. If I take my knife out and just cut that open, not only will I cut that tent right open like butter, I'm gonna cut anybody in the way of this blade. The only thing separating you from a monster is that damn polyester. That's what they gotta live through every night. So they don't even get no sleep because they listening to every crunch and crumble that's walking around them. They listen to every sound, every voice. They listen to every word that's being said right here in front of their tent. We all need to do this. You living good. You got a nice house. You got a nice car. Great. But what does that say about you if you don't just sometime reach back and go back and check out how people is living? We got politicians in the office that make rules and laws for us, and they don't even know our situations. They have never lived like this before in their lives. They have never lived in the gutter. They have never lived in the ghetto. They have never lived in the projects. They have never lived with eating ramen noodles and that's every other day. They have never lived like that, but they're making rules and laws based on the things that they feel that we should be doing. So if you don't come out here and do something like this and get a taste of this, we ain't no better than them politicians making rules on our lives. See, once you come out here, you're gonna be like, damn, because listen, sleeping on that ground and that ground is cold. I spent half the night trying to get comfortable. Think about that. Man, that's some shit right there. That means now I know about a person pulling up a piece of cardboard and laying on the freaking concrete. I got a little bit more taste of that and how that feels. It's not okay. You know, these people sleeping on the bus stops just because it got a awning over it with cardboard. Don't just be like, ugh. Like, really be like, instead of saying, ugh, put your mindset in this. Man, that got to be hell to sleep on, because that's what I'm always doing. You know? Yeah, it's that cold. I'm not kidding about this cold. This fire got me warm, but I'm still breathing smoke. That's why I'm about to drink this hot tea with no sugar in it, no sweetener. But yeah, this ain't no joke. Instead of saying ugh, we should be like, man, I bet you that's effed up to sleep on that bench all night, worrying about somebody can come by and slit your throat, can rape you, kidnap you, abduct you, whatever they want to do to you. These college kids come and do some pranks on you. You just trying to get some sleep and hope you live to see another day. And praying it don't rain. Praying it don't rain, right? Until you come out and get a taste of living, staying in a tent for a night or two, we ain't no different than them politicians that make laws for us and tell us what we should and what we shouldn't be doing. And they living up in a high-rise apartment or mansion or something. Don't tell me what to do. You ain't had none of this. Look at that. Led's Farmer Liqueur. I do not want this to be hot, but I think it is. I'm not doing that shit. I've played this game before. That tongue, you would sip that hot ass tea and that tongue will be missing for about 3 days. I can wait. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. I'm gonna let that get a little air to it. Ooh, you know if you drink something that hot, son, that tongue gonna shrivel up and run down your throat. You ain't gonna see your tongue for 3 days. You be like, what you want for dinner? It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter whether you give me some chocolate bars or a prime rib. It ain't gonna make no difference. You could take me to the most expensive restaurant in the city. I'm not gonna taste it. Yeah, my tongue is on vacation. It's gone. I'm house sitting for my tongue, so I'm here until they come back. And then we can go to the fancy restaurant. You taste that hot stuff, man. That tongue is packing its bags. You hear me? I'm talking about a divorce, and it's gonna take the kids with it. The kids is your taste buds. You mess around, you gonna get the tongue gonna divorce you and take the children in the settlement. They're gonna have full custody of your taste buds. You're gonna have to try to work it out to get them back. I need my family back. I want my family. Shit, stop eating roasting, boiling hot stuff. Look at that. That ain't a cup of soup, that's a cup of lava. And why are we camping out? Why not, Julie? That's why, just because. Why not? I was hoping that everybody would come and camp out with me so we could all get a taste of how rough this is. And the thing is, if things don't get right and get right soon, a lot of us might be doing this involuntarily. The way this system is shifting and the way everything is happening so fast, you may find yourself in one of these. We all don't think that we'll end up in something like this. We all think we won't end up in a situation like this. That's what about 80% or 90% of the people that live in these freaking tents under the bridge in every city thought too. They never saw, and you know when they interview them, they say, I never thought I would come to this. I never thought I'll ever see the day this. Nobody ever thinks about hard times. Nobody ever think it would happen to them. So it's best to prepare for just in case it happens to you. And then if it don't, that's the bonus, right? I'm gonna let y'all go. I've been here way too long. I wanna say thank you to everybody and I wanna say good morning. I'm gonna get to, I would just let it roll again, but I already got y'all on a 6-hour video and I'm about to cook this slop. I'm about to Heat this slop back up, son. Let me see. Say especially when they start putting the, I don't know what that is. So it's windy here in North California right now and raining like crazy. Feels like 65-mile-an-hour winds. Wow. With all the gear you have, you can stay in for an extended amount of time very comfortably. Some might have to, I some might have to sometime soon. Right, right, right. I know you down for it, Melissa. Can we stay and watch me heat up some slop and eat it? Y'all want to see that? I ain't gonna torture y'all. I was just in here for 6 hours last night. Yeah, we ain't even gonna talk about that. Cool. We ain't even gonna talk about that. We don't even got to give it all them cliche names and all of that stuff. We could just talk normal, man. Dude over there clowning, putting chips on people. We ain't even got to call it that. They'll just flag me for that anyway. Don't need no cliches, no little, all this stuff everybody talk about every day. That way we can process it better. If I say that word constantly, you'll take that word and you'll download it into, I don't want to talk to this person file. Because the first thing that, if I start talking about Yetis and Bigfoots and Sasquatch and stuff like that, you're going to be like, uh-oh, you're going to listen to me, but you already filed me in your brain of stop listening to this dude on 3, 2, 1, and go. You'll stop listening. So I don't use cliche words. I like to talk to people like you sitting here with me, and we talking about this dude actually is putting chips in monkey brains. I don't care what we call it. We don't got to talk like that. Because first thing what happens is then a bunch of nut jobs start coming in and start talking all that crazy talk. And, you know, it just attract crazy people, man. I'm just a little bit more realistic on an everyday basis. I don't got to talk about none of that. So I'm not going to keep y'all here another day. But you know, I'm wondering if I brought out my bigger tent, I'm gonna try to get Lady Led out here. She ain't gonna do it. She hate the wet moisture. Say what's in the slop? Despair. Despair. How long you staying out? I don't even know what time it is. I don't know. But I'm gonna be out here. I wanna say thank you to everybody. Wait. I don't know. You gotta give it that sip, like put a lot of oxygen on that thing. There we go. There we go. Guava. Thank you, Motivation Garden. Garden with Eve. That's not bad with no sweetener. If you do another night, I just might camp out too. Don't play with me. You'll have me back out here. Why live outside the house when you have a house behind you? It's just not enough room in my life for folks like that, man. It's just not enough room in my life for people like that. I do people in my everyday life the same way. I don't have time for all that jibber jabber and bullshitting around. Those are the people I don't got space in my life for. Led, were you in the military at some point? No. My entire family was though. And they don't let you live like you're not in the military. My father, my sisters, my brother, my cousins. If you have family members that have served in any part of the military, you are in the military too. Because they live and breathe that and they never get rid of it. When they come home, now you're enlisted. So when you say, have I been to the military? No, not technically, not on paper. But in my household being raised up, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. We ain't getting away with that. How you do everything is military. Hey, Fundi Fee, she said her dad was the same. Okay. Yeah, they don't let you get away with let me see, military has been to you. There you go. Thank you for that. Yes. You don't have to go. I mean, cuz your family members um that your family members they take you right along with them whether you want to go or not. Let me see. Thank you so much. I get to garden. Said mine the same too. Grew up extremely frugal. It has definitely helped in hard times. Yes. Yes, and you learn a lot of those military techniques because you broke or because things ain't going your way. Your family ain't, on the cream of the crop. Hey, where you go? What's up, Trina's Journey? Seven Young says, I save newspapers and stuff so I can stuff it with my clothes, stuff it in my clothes in case we are without power. Okay, I got you. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Guava. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. I might do another night. I'm not sure. For no other reason that I don't feel like taking all my gear and loading it back up, putting it in that little wagon and squeaking back to the house. I'm gonna I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna take my urine and I'm gonna pour it all around my perimeter. I'm not gonna show you that part, but that'll help. Pour it around this creek, pour it around this lake and this creek. I don't know if y'all can see any of that, because this is where all the animals come in, the geese, the ducks, the everything. Look at all the storm brought all this trash down the river. Look at all this pollution. It's about 100 doggone plastic bottles I can see right now. I can see beer cans, everything. This stuff, believe it or not, I bet you half of this trash came from about 20 miles away or better, because it's my creek is attached to the river and it washes all down and stops right here, right on my land. Trash. This is what we do to our planet. The thing that keep us alive. For some reason, I don't. Would you think you could stab your own self in the heart? Because that's kind of what this is. This planet keeps us alive. We are like an infestation. We keep wondering why it's volcanoes and eruptions and hurricanes and tornadoes and tsunamis. This planet is alive, just like everything else that lives on top of it. We're no more than like lice on this planet. And we are really infesting it. And now this planet, just like our immune system, this planet, this world has an immune system too. And now that immune system is fighting the disease, is fighting the infestation. And we keep wondering what's going on. That's what's happening. Because we do this crap to it. We chop down all the trees. Imagine what lice and ticks and fleas do to you, right? We're doing the exact same thing to the planet. If the planet is alive and we're the infestation, look what we do. We pollute it, we poop on it, we pee on it, we chop down all it. What happens when you got all these other diseases and stuff living on you? You start missing hair, don't you? You start eating your hair up and everything. What happens here? We chopping down all the trees. That's the world's hair. We chopping down all the trees. Then we cutting down all the oxygen. We can't breathe, so we'll build a machine to help us breathe better, but chop down all the damn trees. We're an infestation. And no, our pride won't let us believe that. We think we the top of the food chain, cream of the crop. We're an infestation. We made a lot of wrong turns along the way, and now instead of being part of the earth and working with nature, we are working against nature. So we are an infestation. We are a disease to this planet. And this planet's immune system is kicking in. That's why all these hurricanes, tornadoes, volcanoes, tsunamis, floods is happening, because it's trying to cleanse itself of us. Went a little too deep there, didn't I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think this every day, though. I watch people smoke a cigarette, thump it in the middle of nowhere. You don't care if it catch something on fire. You don't care if that a goose come eat that, or a duck come eat that cigarette butt. You don't care. Just we got to do better than this. I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't mean to do it this long or nothing. Everybody have a wonderful day. Everybody, please. I can see all them squirrel nests now that the leaves gone. Everybody, please have a wonderful day. And please, please try this. You don't have to make a video, but I'm just saying, just give it a shot. I bet you your kids would love it. I know your kids would love it. Get out here, and you don't gotta be all out in the wilderness next to no bears. Do it in your yard. Just start in your yard. Camp out in your yard and start figuring out the things that you need or you wish you would have had in the house. Make a list of the things that you need and the things that you forgot, and then implement that into your plan. That's what you do. But you need to do this. Everybody does. If you start practicing in your own yard or inside your house and really do it and stick to it in your own brain, nobody's watching you. You only lying to yourself, or you be like, forget no bucket, I'm gonna poop in the toilet. You only lying to yourself. You don't know the full experience, so you can't speak on it. So, anyway, everybody have a beautiful day, wonderful day. Live Farmers 73. I love you. Stay safe, stay warm. Love you, and I'm out. Peace.